Today we're back my little English ivy that I've been growing for the past few years. It's an evergreen, but you can see it has like a purple tint to the leaves, which it seems to get over winter, which is pretty cool. It is nice when you get a bit of variation throughout the year on an evergreen. Anyway, as you can see, it's pretty long and leggy, so it needs pruned back. This is actually a vine, so it tends to grow long, skinny branches, but that's alright. It's maybe not the best material, but it's extremely tough. It can take plenty of abuse, and I think with enough time, it could end up being something interesting. So that's it all pruned up and ready for spring. Not much happening in March. Still seems to be dormant, but I'm sure it'll start growing again soon. And in April it started to wake up. It's a bit hard to see, but there's new shoots starting to form everywhere I pruned. It's been in this pot for 2 years now, so I think it's going to be ready for a repot. If you look at the shape of the pot, you would think it would just slip out fairly easily. But I think I forgot just how strong ivy roots are. They're really good at holding on to things. This tree was really stuck in there. I tried to loosen some of the top layer. It was just jammed in there, but after a while I managed to wrestle it out. It's a decent block of roots, especially down near the bottom, but it's not too badly root bound. It really shouldn't have been so difficult to get this out of the pot. Anyway, it's out now, so I just did the usual and tried to untangle everything and get all the soil off so I can see what's actually going on. Some of the soil is actually pretty loose, so it wasn't really pot bound. But I think it definitely had that repot. And luckily it hadn't got to the point where it was starting to harm the tree. After a lot of raking, I was left with this, so not too bad. For an ivy, this is probably great. There does seem to be some okay root spread, and the trunk is actually flaring a little bit too. I'm not too sure if I meant to pull that root off, but it's gone now. And of course this is all too long, so it needs to be pruned back, which is what I did. I just pretty much shortened everything back, especially anything that was looking a little too thick. And after a bit of chopping, I was left with this. So it's quite the reduction, but ivy is probably one of the most aggressive root growers you'll ever meet, so this is nothing for it. It's an alright root ball though. It's not amazing, but I guess it's still young. It's on the right tracks anyway. I just pot it back up in the same pot. It's not perfect, but it's going to be fine in there, so there's no need to change it just yet. There's not much happening in May, which is to be expected, although it does look like it's about to topple over, which is not surprising as it's very top heavy, and also explains why in June it's now surrounded by rocks. I must have noticed it was looking a bit unstable and give it some extra support. It looks very happy in July. You can see it's a lot more green now compared to what it was in the winter. All that purple's gone away. It does seem to be growing very slowly though. But that happened to all my trees last summer. The weather was just awful and there wasn't much action from any tree, even from aggressive growers like this ivy. But it's still healthy, so that's all we can ask for. The growth will come over the years. In September it's pretty much stopped growing for the season at this point, but you can see that top shoot has put on some good growth. That was about it, didn't really do much else. I don't know what happened with October's video, some kind of technical issue, but I don't think we missed much. Anyway, it looks pretty much the same here in November, but you can see that one old leaf has decided to go yellow and it's about to fall off. So I'll just help that along, we don't need that hanging around. And the cold weather's made it go purple again. I'll bring you in close and you can have a good look. I really like when it does this. I didn't film it over the winter as nothing was happening here, but here it is at the end of February. I just pruned back the long shoots to get ready for spring. There wasn't too many, only really that long top one. Maybe a few other little ones that needed pruned back. It's not much work needed, but it's all good. And here it is now. It's just waiting to wake up, which will hopefully happen pretty soon. Thanks for watching, see you next time.